thing that are happening right now are the squashes. The squash is one of those crazy plants that when it produces a huge amount, and we need to keep them picked practically every day because otherwise they turn into monsters. In fact, there's a monster hiding in this patch over here.
Okay.
It's like a zucchini that's almost as big as I am.
Okay.
And that was probably just 3 days that we didn't pick, and then it turns into the really big.
Okay, right. And then they don't produce new ones.
Right. You want to keep them picked so that they continue to flower.
Right.
And they open their flowers up in the morning. And one of the key tricks with the squashes is they need to be pollinated by bees. So if you have them in your garden and you don't have bees visiting your garden, you can actually pollinate them yourself. And they have 2 different types of flowers. They have a male flower and a female flower. It's pretty easy to tell the difference because the female flower actually has the immature fruit or ovary at the base of the flower. And you just pick the male flower and mix it up with the female flower.
I use a little brush.
Or a little brush, or just pick the flower and use it because the flowers are really only good for 1 day. And that way, if the bees aren't doing their job, you can at least assure a crop. And we're lucky because we have a lot of bees. We have some beehives down in our little valley, and some of our neighbors have bees too.
I saw a lot of bees on the
They love the
borage, right?
And they also love the oregano.
Right.
So another reason why you should have about 10% of your garden in flower. Always grow a few flowers to feed the beneficial insects.
So anything else what's happening now that people come for and picking right now?
The main thing that's attracting people right now are the fruits up in the orchard. There's beautiful plums, peaches, nectarines, and coming soon are going to be pears and apples. So the fruits are really popular. Everybody loves the fresh fruits. Blackberries are quite good. They're really nice right now, the wild blackberries. And you can fill a basket and $5, and they're really sweet and delicious, sun-ripened berries.
Is it your first time that you come here?
Yes, that's my first time.
Yeah? What did you get?
I got strawberry, I got peaches, and I got a what is it? The other? I don't know all the names, but all the fruits.
Fruit.
Up there. Yes, but
Yeah.
I got a lot. Even I got a couple of onions. They were good. They were really sweet. So that's my first time, but I really enjoyed it. Yes.
And he had a good time?
Oh yes, yes he did, and his brother too.
Oh,
So,
he has a brother?
Yeah, he has a brother.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
And we had a good time. So thank you very much. I think we'll come back again.
Anything else? What's happening right now in the garden?
Well, there's so much. It's hard to say, but we always have really cool medicinal herbs. This one's in bloom right now, but this is lemon balm. So it's a beautiful medicinal herb for calming your nerves. You use the fresh leaves or even the flowers and make a tea, and it really calms your nervous system. So it's similar to using Valium, but in a healthier way. It's really lemony and good. This is another herb. This is comfrey. People put this in skin creams. Used to be people would take it internally as a medicine, but now it's not recommended because some people have had problems with liver. It's really good for healing skin conditions. Crush it and make a poultice with it and apply it to any skin problems that you might have. Some people will even mix it up in a little bit of a cream and make a cream with it. So it's a winner. The next one here is nettles, spring tonic. I've cut them back and they're getting regrowth now, but it's an edible green. It will, that didn't make me sting, but sometimes it'll make your skin sting. But it's very nutritious, so as soon as it either wilts or is dried or steamed, it loses the stinging sensation, but it's super nutritious, rich in minerals and also a lot of vitamins. This is another one that's just blooming now that herbalists love. It's St. John's wort. And you harvest it at this stage, either in bud or in bloom. And people make tinctures out of this I'm not a herbalist, so I don't do it myself, but it's useful for fighting depression. It's used instead of tricyclic antidepressants. You can either, some people will even use the fresh herb, it's edible. It doesn't have much of a flavor, but it helps balance your neurotransmitter. A couple of other beautiful edible herbs are chamomile for chamomile tea, the little yellow Roman chamomile, and yarrow. And again, I don't know, I'm not an herbalist myself, but I know that herbalists will use it in different nutritious formulations. And it's also a very pretty flower, so it's a lovely plant. We've got the fresh herbs for picking as well as plants for sale. Another herb that we have is the anise hyssop, and it's an American native herb that tastes like sweet licorice. It's very mild, like dark black licorice, and it has purple flowers. Again, it's a flowering plant that will attract beneficials into your garden. It is perennial and it's beautiful. It'll come back every year. Then in here are the yellow squashes. This is the crookneck squash. We're going to pick these today, and those that don't sell to the people that come to the farm to visit, we're going to chop up and freeze, and they'll last for up to a year, fresh and stay really good to use in your freezer. Long-stemmed heirloom Mariswigen wheat, and it was a variety developed in Europe. It makes a grain that's suitable for making bread. It's high gluten and really long stemmed, so you can use it for basketry, and traditionally it was used for thatching roofs in Europe. We're going to sell them in bunches, so for people who want to buy it either for baskets or to thresh it and winnow it or as decoration. We have some up here, for example, that people can use for decoration. So you don't see that very often. That's kind of a fun thing too.
You can make yourself a hat.